Good morning. I'm Julio Saenz along with Mauricio Riveros. Today we'll meet a young woman who started her own call center in the back of a cyber cafe and now employs over 80 folks.
We hope you will be inspired.
Celebrating leaders in Rochester's unique and vibrant business community, we'll meet entrepreneurs whose passion and perseverance have helped push through life's challenges. Join us as we share their stories and journeys to success. It's time to be inspired.
Andrea, thank you very much to be inspired. A show that we developed to interview people like you. In this case, we are super excited because we are interviewing somebody who has done business basically internationally. Andrea actually is in Bolivia, and he owns a company who does basically call centers. And so let's start with you, Andrea. Tell us a little bit about your background. I know you have been in Canada for a period of time. So tell us a little bit, who is Andrea Ulloa?
Okay, great. Thank you. And thank you for the invitation. I feel really honored about it. And I'm really glad to be sharing some part of me. And, if it's helpful to anyone, I feel glad about it too. So, Andrea, most of all, and I always say this, is above all, I am a woman and a mother. And I think I'm very blessed, and I feel lucky, because you do your share, but you have. I always say, I don't know if they are angels or the universe conspires to give you a bit of help. So it's not just me. Family plays a great role, I think, in anybody's life, or everybody's life. And I'm blessed too with a great family. And so the entrepreneur spirit comes from. I come from an Arabic family. I live in Bolivia right now. Thanks to my mom, I traveled. She always will save money so we can travel. So I have a traveler spirit, and I still do so. Every time I have a chance, I do travel. I started my company 11 years ago. On October is our 11th anniversary. What they do to me is actually make me think of how I got here. And this thinking involves people that has helped me, circumstances, hard times, good times, how I've overcome some difficulties, because life it has a bit of everything. How things that I value most today that probably are not the same things I valued 5 years ago or 10 years ago. So life changes, life moves, and so we kind of, I always say, dance around it. And I think for me, it's an adventure. Every day I think I take every day. Mondays, I love Mondays because it's a new start, it's a new week, there's a lot of things to do. So that's one thing I really, really like. I love Mondays, and people think I'm crazy because of that, but I do. How I started my company, I think it was just a dream. I come from the telecommunications industry. I was a young woman there. I started working when I was 18. And it was a mostly male industry. So there were very few women that would do this. And when I started, I kind of, you have some barriers, or barriers. I think it's the right word, because people were not used to negotiate with a woman in this industry. I had some rejection sometimes. So I think you have to, or what you can do. I had a boss that was to me that there's always two choices or two roads, you know, to take things as if they are a punishment or something negative, or to take things as, you know, an opportunity. So that's what I did. I took being a woman in this mostly male industry as an opportunity, you know. Once you gain your place in this segments or sectors of you know, mostly men companies, I think it turns around to be a great thing. You know, you get a lot of respect, you get a lot of support. You know, I was always so willing to learn new things. And I think that I started saying that mostly or above all, I am a woman, because I think the great thing that women have is sensibility, that you can, you know, not see just numbers, but see something else, you know, see the feeling behind it, see the human side also in business.
You have started in a small setting. Yeah. And so tell us today where your company is and what are your main clients. You have grown. You are one of the most important players right now in Bolivia. I know by fact you have a very large banks and organizations today. I love that beginning, and I love to hear a little bit more about how the organization has expanded and what you do now.
Sure. Well, right now we are a call center. Now people call me. I don't have to offer my services anymore. Well, I do still, but not as much. You know, we're being called actually. That was one of the breaking points in along these 11 years. You know, when people started calling us. Because at the beginning we would give services for free, you know, so people would know our quality and kind of know us and see what we do and who we are and how good we were. And well, right now, well, I had the first bank that I worked for, and I'm really thankful to them because they gave us the first opportunity. It was the National Bank in Bolivia. You know, it's one of the oldest banks here, and it's a great client still. You know, we come up with these wonderful new services, and they let us dream and create all the time. So above all, we have the innovation part very strong priority. And we do well. Starting there, we enter the banking sector here, or the finance sector. That opened the door to us because we actually, I think we made a twist on how to serve clients, you know, and I think it's also because I am a woman that it's really important for me how they feel, you know, and a small problem for them or for me, which is a big problem for them, you know, it has the same importance than a huge problem. You know, every problem is taken as a priority for us, and we try to do our best all the time. So from that small beginning, right now we worked with 6 in Bolivia. A couple of them are the biggest ones in the country. We do work with the credit card administrator. We work with international organizations like UNICEF, the United Nations. We do a lot of, besides just taking calls, it's not just taking calls, but, you know, just taking calls. What we do a lot of customer market research. We have this innovation department, and we have new services. Now we're getting into the telemedicina is called in Spanish, or we try to do things that we do work with an omni-channel platform. We have virtualized all of our agents. They work from home. We actually had a kind of hard time with the political situation last year, and that has kind of pushed us to virtualize everything then. So for us, the pandemic situation was kind of a piece of cake in a good sense, because we had already the protocol set up and everybody worked home. I think for me, my employees, the people that work for me are one of the most important things, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. So we try to, besides, whatever the law might command you to do, I think we always are into how they are, if they want to, grow in some way, learn, teach. We have a training program for somebody. If somebody wants to study something and it's going to be good for the company, we pay it for their studies, or try to do so, or a part of it. We give them a private, not social security. We give them private medicine, and try to, know their story too, how many kids they have, and what ages they are. If we do work with single mom, I'm a single mom, and before I was a single mom, I had a couple of single moms that work for me, and now since I had a kid, I think that we give them a bit of more support, and yes, well, I was actually on a conference where they were saying that for women, you have to give them license when they have a child and things, and how can that be a disadvantage? And I think it's a great advantage, actually, and I do work for that to be seen, because a single mom would produce, I would say, 100% more than anybody else, because they have a little, I have these policies that if you finish your work, you can go home, kind of thing. So they do things a lot faster, better, and they produce more because they want to be with their kids at home.
Well, thank you so much, Andrea. We'll be back with more after these messages.
So those things, I think, have helped me. We do also have a couple of people with different capabilities in our company, and I try to, I think it doesn't show, it doesn't matter, actually, and it's important to do have those kind of diverse teams, because we do learn from each other all the time. And I would tell you that I learn from the guys that work for me a lot, and every day, and they have great ideas, and I value those things. I always try to, with my clients, I think the success, because we have these banks and international organizations. We do have some commercial companies also that we work for them, actually. I really, really love them. I look at them as, a person that I love, because I'm thankful to them. Every time I renew a contract, I do thank them. And it's not, I know we're good and we do a good job, but, I think to be thankful is a great thing, and to value them. So from there, I think is how you act also, because I always put put me in their place. You know, how I would like to be treated. You know, I don't know, 3 days ago, I was showing one of the clients a new thing that we've discovered that we could do, you know, and or the reporting, how it has changed. And because I think they would need that information. So it's just to kind of be really empathic with your clients, and they stop looking at you as a provider. They look at you as a really true collaborator. I don't know if that's the right word, but I think that's kind of our philosophy, you know, and it's always to be truthful, which I think is really, really important, because we do make mistakes and we've made them. But it's really important to, in Spanish, there's a saying that it's give your face, you know. When we do make mistakes, we say, look, this, I'm sorry, these are the ways that we can solve things if they have a solution. And if not, we try to find a way to compensate, or, you know, kind of lower the damage kind of thing. So to be truthful is really important for us. And not only from me to clients, but also from my collaborators to me. You know, if they make mistakes, they know that they can come to me. If then I would, ask them to leave, kind of thing. So I'm really radical on those things, because these are values that are non-negotiable.
Good. Well, we just have a few minutes left, but I wanted to ask you if you could tell me briefly what the transition's been from a call center to what you described earlier. It's not just a call center anymore, because you have to also manage social media and texting and other things. When did that start to happen? How long ago did that transition start?
Actually, because of that anticipation that I was talking about, I looked at it, I think it was 4 years ago or 5, when, we are in Bolivia, which is a small country down south, but we actually had the vision, and we started working on that, and technically. And I think 2 years ago, it was kind of, it was our first version of it. And today we can say that actually we do that. We do that, yeah, I think it's 2 years ago. That we started it.
What do you offer? What does that include? I mean, what kind of channels are you covering for people?
Oh, we do, the calls, WhatsApp. We're not a community manager. You know, we're not the ones that post ads or videos. We just take care of clients, because I think we have, and the idea emerged from, I think when you serve clients, you have to have the same line or guideline. It doesn't matter from where they contact you. So that's what we do. We do calls, WhatsApp, Facebook chat, the landing page chat that some companies have, we attend them too. We have Twitter, although in Bolivia it's not very strong, or it has not grow so much. Mm-hmm. We do email, and that's pretty much it, I think. But any channel like from that. And the thing is that the agents, what they have is a customer detailed information. I would know that you have contacted us by email 3 weeks ago, and you have made 3 calls on March, and so we have a lot of history from our clients, which helps us to serve them better,
Andrea, what interesting. I think you are an example of somebody who has worked very hard, understood what are the step-by-step process, and be able to develop an organization that is a model, not only in Bolivia, I think in Latin America, and I think you can compete internationally with no problem. You have the analyticals, you have all the components of technology innovation, but you have something that is fundamental. You have the heart and the love for your clients. And I think that's a big differentiator. For that reason, we want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for coming today and sharing with us your experience from Bolivia. So this is a very cool thing. We are in Rochester, New York, but we are interviewing somebody from Bolivia, and that's how beautiful is technology. But Andrea, I know that we will see your organization growing. We will see great momentum, and I am sure that we will have you back in the show to tell us more of how has the evolution of your organization. Thank you very much again for being in Be Inspired.
Coming up next week on Be Inspired, we'll meet Jill Niddle, who has recently started her own HR recruitment and consulting firm. To watch today's episode and the complete interviews of our guests, go to rochesterfirst.com/beinspired. For more great talk with Rochester's entrepreneurs, listen to Poder 97.1 Saturdays at 9 a.m. For Mauricio Riveros, I'm Julio Saenz. We'll see you next week on Be Inspired.